Alright guys, I want to do this video and be completely upfront and honest with y'all on kind of what's been going on, and also most importantly just shed some light on this topic for us as men, right? I understand that suicidal rates for men is very high, and there's a lot to be said about that, right? And I'm just trying to share my story with y'all, and hopefully I can impact somebody. But I want to document kind of my journey like I have been previously with my YouTube channel, with the things I do to kind of upkeep my vehicles and whatnot. But most recently I did a video on my home gym, and I'll talk a little bit about that and kind of where my channel is going. I'm gonna try to incorporate more fitness into my life. Still do my truck content and do some home content and family stuff, you know, just kind of an everyday thing, what I do in my life with my family and whatnot. So yeah, let's get to it. So my last video, I did a home gym video, and I'm gonna explain why I went with the home gym. Fairly simple. This is not to dog on commercial gyms or anything like that, but for me personally, having a family and I have a home, thankfully, right? I'm blessed to have a home and a double car garage at that. So I was able to utilize that space, and luckily the time where we're at, there's a lot of good products for home gyms nowadays that doesn't take up much space, which is why I went with the PRX squat rack that just folds up, and I decided to put a lot of stuff on my wall so I could still be able to use my still be able to use my garage for garage things. I can park my vehicles and do truck content. I can use it for barbecues, bring family over, all that good stuff, right? But I just didn't want to get involved with having to leave the house, go to a home gym, waste gas, waste time, to me at least, and waste monthly on memberships that just isn't going to be returned back to me. All the equipment that I'm buying is with my hard-earned money that I get to keep and pass down to my children. And speaking of my children, it's amazing for them to be able to see me walk into our home gym where they feel most comfortable at. For one, we're in our home, and they get to see me work out and want to do the same things too. So I'm only not bettering myself, but showing a good example for my kids. So that just kind of basically ties into the home gym aspect of why I went that route. The next thing I want to touch base on is why I kind of recently decided to kind of put this home gym together is because of my overall health. I'll put it short, which is touching base on how men have recently, over the years, have just been feeling like they have no support. They feel very suicidal, hence why we have a high rate for men as of lately. And I can kind of speak on that a little bit because of what happened to me, and I'm glad I was able to catch it early, and I'm doing everything I can to kind of better myself. So I'm 32, and I told myself when I hit 30 I was gonna go and get my levels checked, do some blood work, basic stuff, right? So I could see where I'm at. And about a year and a half passed by, and I still didn't go. My wife kept pushing me, hey, you should go do that blood work that you talked about. You still haven't been feeling well, you're not getting any better. And I decided to go. Well, I didn't go with your typical family doctor, right? I went with the doctor who's kind of geared more towards testosterone replacement therapy. He helps out older men, right? So I went with him, got some blood work done. And like I said, I'm gonna be completely upfront with you guys. I'm not gonna really sugarcoat things. My numbers might be slightly off, but you get the idea of where I'm at. I've never done steroids. I've never done human growth hormones. None of that heavy shit, right? I've just done creatine in my life, being a college athlete, playing football, ran track and football in high school. I was an all-stater, second team all-state linebacker, which is where kind of naturally my size comes from, right? I'm 6 feet, currently weigh about 225 pounds. But yeah, just done protein, creatine, sometimes some fish oils, and some recovery stuff like BCAAs, but that's about it. So I got my blood work, and my test levels were at like in the low 80s. And like I mentioned, the doctor that I went with, he's more geared towards testosterone replacement therapy. So he did catch some other number that was very important on why my testosterone was low, which was prolactin numbers. They were like in the 230s. And I know a lot of these terms might be confusing. If they are, just kind of look them up. You'll get a rough idea. But basically what that doctor told me was the reason why these numbers were skewed the way they were was because he thinks I might have a tumor, and it's called a tumor in my pituitary, which is right here, that lies between your eyes, close to your brain. We have a pituitary gland, and it controls a lot of the hormones, and it processes everything in our body, right? I had a tumor. I did not know this for years. Ain't no telling when it started, what causes it, but I've probably had it for years. Like I said, it's been like 8 years for me that I felt like my mojo was just not there anymore. So the tumor was found. Now here I am taking medication for it, and I'm feeling a lot better, guys. So my testosterone has gone from like low 80s to like mid 300s and slowly climbing. And with all this being said, I just want to encourage y'all, if you guys are feeling any type of way, mentally, physically, emotionally, bro, go get checked. Go get some blood work done. Take that first step, because without blood work, it's hard to treat the underlying core condition that you have. I would just encourage you to start with some blood work before you start spending crazy money on other stuff, right? But yeah, I do encourage y'all, because man, before I was even taking this medication, I was feeling kind of suicidal. I felt anxious. I wasn't losing so much muscle mass. You would think with low testosterone, I wasn't going bald. All right, I still have my set of hair, thankfully. And if you don't, that's cool. But yeah, I was feeling all kinds of symptoms: low sex drive, low energy levels, even being able to play with my kids. I wake up at 8 a.m. and by 10, 11, 12 o'clock, I was ready to take another nap. So now the doctors got me right. I'm doing everything on my end, taking the medication, but I want to take it up a step further, right? And this is why I'm doing all of this. I want to be able to show you guys kind of my process, my real world experience on how good you can take care of yourself and how great you can be even without steroids. So I just want to see how I can take care of my body naturally with the good diet, working out, and plenty of rest, and also taking my medication, because there's no other way to get rid of this tumor. I have to take this medication. So a small pill twice a week, every week, possibly for another year and a half, 2 years. But I do have an appointment for an MRI scan to see if the tumor has gotten any bigger, or if it stayed the same or is slowly shrinking. So that'll be the next phase of the medication, just to see if they need to up the dosage or keep it the same or whatever, right? Or if it's doing any good to my tumor. But yeah, guys, just kind of wanted to put that out there, where I'm at with all this, just to document my journey and be upfront with y'all, you know. But I'm just trying to show you, just an everyday guy, what you can do if you just have the right mindset, right? And also, I'm gonna put a picture here to show y'all that this has been a 2-year time span. When I got BMIs, it's a body mass index measurement. I did 1 year just me fasting. I was fasting like 12 to 14 hours and changing up my diet a little bit. I kind of started cutting the sugars, cokes, and sweets, and all that kind of stuff, and fasting, and that kind of lost me some weight. And then eventually I incorporated running. That's what I was doing for like a good year too, on and off. I was jogging, running, whatever you want to call it. Then I stopped for a while this last winter for like 4 months. It got cold over here at work, so I just couldn't really work and run at the same time, plus go to the gym an hour away. So you know what I mean, it just got kind of got cluster fucked, but in 2 years, this is how my numbers look. So I was able to gain some skeletal muscle mass, about 3-4 pounds or whatever it was, and I got to lose some body fat as well. And I lost like 11 pounds of muscle. I'm sorry, I lost 11 pounds overall. And I'm still trying to go through this journey. My goal is to get to about 215 the end of this year. 215, and just I'll evaluate myself, see where I'm at, muscle wise, body fat wise, and go from there. See what else I need to incorporate, maybe more strength training, or focus more on strength training and less on the running. But that's what I've been doing, guys. I've been jogging a lot. I've been running anywhere from 5 to 10 miles a week, and I work out maybe when I'm at home. On days off, I work out about twice a day sometimes, which is like a run session in the morning, and then I'll lift weights in the afternoon. Then there's like some days where I just lift weights and I'll take my legs easy and not run. But you know, that's kind of just the gist of it. I'm not trying to get too into my workout plan. I don't really have a workout plan. I just kind of go based off of feel and plan out my days more or less. But yeah, man, just kind of wanted to put this out there. Kind of touch base on, like I said, why I got the home gym, why I even got back into fitness, and also just document my journey and try to just put some positivity out there in the world, and try to tell you guys that you guys are not alone. Like I said, go get yourself checked, get some blood work done, because you never know what could be wrong with you internally. I would have never known I had a tumor, a pituitary tumor. So if you don't know what that is, look it up. That's what I had, and I would have never guessed it all these years. So now I'm taking the right steps to take care of not only me, but my family, and we'll just see where this goes, man. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by. You got any questions, leave them down in the comments. But like I said, I appreciate all the views, all the subscribers. You guys are tremendous. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.